trust. It requires a certain toughness to trust in others and to trust and believe in yourself. I believe that trust is a choice. Trustworthy people deal in truth. They speak the truth and accept the truth from those they trust and respect. If you expect a culture of trust, you have to build and foster a culture of truth. Coach Mike Krzyzewski deals only in truth. When I played for him at Duke, he was sometimes so brutally honest, it could shake you to your core, especially if you weren't tough enough to process it the right way, handle it, and act upon it. Coach K was born in Chicago, the son of Polish immigrants. From the very first year I played for him, Coach K emphasized that his philosophy of honesty and hard work came from his parents, and our team heard their stories often. He credits his mother, Emily, as one of his greatest inspirations. Emily grew up in western Pennsylvania, and she raised her family in a poor, racially diverse neighborhood on Chicago's north side. His father, William, was an elevator operator, and Emily scrubbed floors at night at the Chicago Athletic Club to help provide for Coach K and his older brother, Bill. Like my parents did for me, his parents instilled the foundation of his toughness and no-nonsense work ethic. Krzyzewski graduated from the United States Military Academy at West Point in 1969 and played basketball under Bob Knight while training to become an officer in the Army. He was captain of the Army basketball team his senior season, and after retiring from active duty in 1974, he started his coaching career as an assistant on Knight's staff at Indiana. After 1 year there under Knight, Krzyzewski returned to West Point as head coach of the Army Cadets. In 1980, Duke Athletics director Tom Butters hired Krzyzewski to replace Bill Foster, who resigned to go to the University of South Carolina. At the time, Coach K was considered an up-and-comer in coaching circles, but was largely unknown and unproven. After doing his homework, Butters, however, recognized Krzyzewski's potential and hired him despite the persistent questions from the media and Duke's rabid fan base. That hiring marked the start of the most decorated coaching career in college basketball history. I first met Coach K in 1981 when he began recruiting me out of Southern California. I was part of a recruiting class that was ranked #1 in the nation, made up of Johnny Dawkins, Mark Allery, David Henderson, Bill Jackman, and Weldon Williams. All of us were highly ranked and highly sought-after national recruits, and we each committed to a young coach who had never coached a single game in the NCAA tournament. For me in that 1982 Duke recruiting class, the learning curve was steep. Despite the #1 ranking as a freshman class, we struggled mightily our first season. After being nationally ranked in 1984 and 1985, reaching as high as the #2 ranking in the country, we were a seasoned group of veterans. In our senior season of 1986, and with a starting lineup of Dawkins, Allery, Henderson, Tommy Amaker, and myself, Coach K led us to an ACC regular season championship, an ACC tournament championship, an NCAA East regional championship, and Coach K's first Final Four. We had winning streaks of 16 and 21 games that season, went undefeated at home, and advanced to the NCAA championship game in Dallas, and we won more games in a single season than any other team in college basketball history, finishing 37-3. In 2000, Krzyzewski's numerous accomplishments at Duke were recognized. The Cameron Indoor Stadium court was named Coach K Court in his honor, and on November 15, 2011, Krzyzewski got his 903rd victory, passing his mentor Bob Knight's record for most Division I wins. Coach K's numbers at Duke are staggering: 4 national championships, 12 National Coach of the Year honors, 11 Final Four appearances, 405 weeks ranked among the nation's top 10 teams, 104 weeks ranked #1 in the country. Time Magazine and CNN named Krzyzewski America's Best Coach in 2001 as part of a joint venture between the two media outlets. The criteria for selection were not limited to any sport or any level of play. I learned a lot about what it takes to win from Coach K, and I learned a great deal about the toughness it takes to win at the highest level, and I was not alone. Coach K cultivated toughness in every player he coached. You showed toughness, or you did not survive. I learned a lot about toughness from Coach K, said former Duke All-American and NBA star Grant Hill. To play for him, I think you have to be tough, or mentally strong, or you can get weeded out. Coach K was the first coach I truly trusted. I had a few good coaches growing up, but once I became a sophomore in high school, I felt that I couldn't trust the coaches I played for. They weren't bad people, but they didn't foster a culture of trust. When it came time for me to go to college, it was the first time in my life I got to choose the coach I played for. And playing for a coach I could trust was my most important consideration.